Suddenly, I've been plunged into darkness, alone. It feels strange, as if something has grabbed hold of me. Is Dottore now powerful enough to interfere with space itself?
Can I just somewhat commend the voice acting right there? Kind of. I've always thought that the Traveler's voice was off. I mean, not at first per se, because you only had the handful of lines. But as we started getting the Traveler talking more frequent recently, despite celebrating for the fact that we finally get to hear the Traveler more frequently, every time she spoke, the voice quality just sounded off. Like, she was more dramatic and excitable and kind of shouty compared to everyone else. Everyone else was speaking in like conversational, mellow tones, but it always felt like she was being so dramatic and sounded different from everybody else. I didn't like it. I didn't like the voice acting for the female Traveler, for Lamine. And I was going to comment on one of the previous episodes when she started speaking. It must have been the first episode of this last quest chain. I was going to say something like, oh, her voice doesn't match everybody else's, but I didn't. But now I'm bringing it up now because her voice acting just changed right there. She was in a much more measured, hushed tone, and it was much better than anything she'd done before. It now feels like it fits the space. I hope this continues.
Look at you,
Hi.
standing so still in total silence. I almost didn't recognize
It's called
you.
thinking, sir. We're allowed to stop and think every now and then.
Hello there, Traveler.
Ooh, where are we? Are we not just back on Nogcry? What's with your moon, though, sir? Oh, is that your false moon doing swirlies in the middle?
He seems to be in a good mood. Wait, what's that behind him?
He's in a good mood because he finished his moon.
Ah, so you noticed.
It's hard to miss.
This is the completed Trilune. 2 primordial moon marrows and 1 artificial specimen.
I have to say, your artificial specimen is pretty lackluster. Look how pretty this one is, and how pretty this one is, and it's just like, yeah, this is this technological ball of shit in the middle.
You are wary of it.
I'm not.
Good. Maintain that reverence.
I'm not reverent. I think it's hideous.
You
Quite the
performed
opposite.
well in that recent battle. Brave and reckless as always.
Yeah, well.
Courage is the sign of a true hero. And impulsiveness is the hallmark of those who strive to advance. I say this not to belittle you. Most creatures are far more timid by comparison.
Well, most other creatures have survivability in mind, and courage doesn't really help survivability.
3 moon marrows. Does that mean the artificial one is now complete too?
She's clearly not paying attention to the conversation at hand.
Well spotted. What do you think?
You can read my thoughts
For a
now?
replica I built
Well, that's
myself,
new.
I dare say it looks the part.
I wholeheartedly disagree. It feels so out of place.
Dottore, are you planting illusions in my mind?
I have no interest in fooling your eyes. On the contrary, I hope to show you the true essence of all that you see before you. Is this not a beautiful city? People
No,
live in peace
It's
and
not a
find
city.
joy
It's a
in
tiny
their
town,
work.
and it's pretty
The
ugly,
streets are
actually.
safe. People can even leave their doors unlocked at night.
That's good, Japan.
You might say it is the Elysium everyone dreams of.
Is it though? Don't people have a lot of complaints about Nogcry, especially those back on the docks or beach of Nasha Town?
All available data indicates your values and worldview conform with the mainstream. This kind of society should be quite to your taste.
It's not. It's too technologically advanced and hideous and metallic for my tastes, sir. Please take me to a nice fantasy city.
False beauty is deceitful. Lies are to no one's taste.
I wonder, is it your moral standards that are too high? Or your expectations of reality?
Both?
Answer me this. If someone existed in a sweet dream from the moment they were born, a dream in which they never once felt pain, which do you think they would consider superior? The dream or the reality?
I feel like you're asking me like a Matrix question. And I'm gonna be honest, sir, I've only seen the first movie and I don't remember it because I was a child at the time that I saw it. I didn't like it. It seemed horrible to wake up from reality, like and have that big thing shoved into the back of your head. Sir, it was not for me. I don't do sci-fi at all. But it depends from person to person. I mean, I think I'd prefer reality, but it differs.
That's pure sophistry. It has nothing to do with your actions.
I see where you're coming from, but I understand why he feels the way he feels.
As I suspected. You have yet to understand all of this for what it really is.
I mean, to be fair, you're not really speaking in plain enough terms for the traveler to comprehend.
What do you want from me?
He wants you to listen and understand. And be with him, not romantically or anything, but to see where he's coming from and understand him.
You sound impatient. Do you think the only reason I'm keeping you is because I want something from you?
If it's not, then why haven't you killed me yet? No one can stop you if you're as powerful as a god.
Well, the Archons can.
I'm delighted you recognize that fact. I believe we last squared off in Sumeru. Ah, the memories. How time
Why
flies.
couldn't you take us back to Sumeru?
You and I have both grown. I'm not surprised that Arlecchino and Sandrone worked with you.
I'm personable.
You've always a way of slowly but surely ingratiating yourself with all levels of society.
Yeah, like I said, I'm personable. Which is funny because the Traveler never used to be personable.
People laud you as a hero, but I suspect there's more to it than that. Oh, but to be clear, I don't say that to flatter you.
Oh, I know you don't. You wouldn't flatter anybody, except yourself.
Do you always give your opponent an appraisal before you deal the final blow?
It's more entertaining that way.
Call it a long-time habit. I'm a researcher, and one of my duties is to give an objective assessment of my subjects. But you misunderstand. We are not opponents. Not at this moment.
See? He wants you to understand his rationality.
I just want to talk. Think back to Tartaglia, Arlecchino, Capitano, Columbina, and now even Sandrone.
No mention of our bestest girl.
You've worked with each of them in the past. I believe you can work with me as well.
To be fair, Signora was like the only actual evil person other than Tori that we've come across in the Fatui. Everybody else is not evil. But actually, evil's the wrong word for her. She was the villain in our eyes for those particular moments. She was quite villainous compared to the others.
Well, why not? Should the good associate only with the good and the bad befriend only the bad? I like to think we could have a more mature relationship than that. Surely you don't think all your relationships are grounded in friendship or shared ideals?
I like the scorn. Friendship.
People come together because it benefits them to do so. If you think of the people you admire, you must surely admit that they have provided some benefit to you.
I mean, to be fair, it could just be a social benefit. You enjoy spending your time, but usually you get things from people.
Morality, ambition, dreams. People have plenty of words to embellish the nature of their relationships. But once you break free from those ethical frameworks, you will see that the only thing connecting the two of you is mutual benefit. And that is what I'd like to talk to you about.
I'm glad we're finally getting to the point. What is the point?
We're finally getting into it. He's probably been planning to kidnap me for a long time now. But for what exactly?
Well, he's about to tell you.
He has the authority of all three moons. I won't be able to gain the upper hand in a fight. Best if I pretend that I'm willing to negotiate for now.
There's nothing to negotiate. He's not giving you terms.
You say you're a god, but you also speak of mutual benefit. What could a god want that the three moons cannot provide?
Excellent question. But before I answer, I would ask you the same thing. Gaining Columbina's allegiance was a rare and extraordinary feat. But the Moon Marrows are now in my hands, and I have the edge over her. For this artificial moon is not being rejected by Tevat. Her identity and lineage may have been a thing of glory in the old world. But they were also shackles that prevented her from ever integrating into Tevat. I, on the other hand, you may view me as a thief, but I have overcome that limitation. So what is it that the three moons cannot grant you? What stops you from negotiating with me to get what you want?
Morality, and that's the point he's trying to make.
I don't make deals with lying psychopaths.
Again, he's not crazy. You gotta stop throwing these words around like they mean things. He's completely sane, damn it. Just because you don't agree with his ideologies doesn't make him crazy.
That's quite an accusation.
Thank you.
Are you expecting me to get angry with you? Well, this is one aspect in which my personal growth has served me well. In the past, my less mature self might have been disappointed, perhaps even angry, over a small setback like this. Like when you and Lesser Lord Kusanali joined forces to oppose me, for example. But things are different now. Just as the rich do not quibble with the poor, I no longer find myself perturbed by these
He's
trivial
evolved.
affairs.
Good for you, sir. Character growth is important.
Human relationships end with conflicts of emotions and interests,
Correct?
but relations between humans and gods are different. And ours is even more unique.
Well, they're different because you assume a measure of power imbalance between humans and gods and a measure of worship. I don't really mean worship for him or of him, but people dedicated to him in some capacity. Why is it unique? Is it because I'm a descender?
I have ascended to the highest heights and laid claim to
So you ascended and I descended.
horizons. And you were no ordinary person to begin with. Allow me to show you the world, Descender.
What do you want from me exactly? Do you want my blood? Do you want my powers? Do you want my body? What you want? Okay. See the lighthouse from here. Alright, can I help you?
To stand, walk, jump, sit, and lie down. These are the most common of behaviors. Have you ever wondered why we were born following such laws? Who stipulated that we could not fly instead of walk?
I'd love to get into an argument about I don't know, physics and and biology and evolution, but I'm sure you understand. I understand your point. Yeah, I don't know about this. I can't fly, sir. I know that's the point you're trying to make, but I can't fly. Oh god, the lighthouse is way down there.
Someone of your talent and experience must surely know of the 4 great rulers who serve the heavenly principles. They govern life, death, time, and space.
I'm gonna be transparent, sir. The only one I recall is death. I don't remember the other 3. Have we engaged with the other 3? If we have, I have no memory of this.
One wounded by a blade will die from blood loss or infection, and one who falls into a lake will drown in agony.
Could drown peacefully.
The elderly wallow in solitude, and the solitary age faster. Eventually, new life is born, only to embark on the same path of suffering.
So you would have us all become immortal? Is that where we're going with this? In a time that doesn't end or progress?
These 4 divisions anchor the world and shackle those who live in it. But they themselves transcend its boundaries, squandering the power bestowed by the heavens. All who live yearn for equality, but unless the gods prostrate themselves and profess that they are mere servants of the living, equality can never exist.
That presupposes that the humans worship say gods, but I take your point.
Who makes the rules we must live by? Who has the right to restrict us? The limits of the body can be rejected.
He uses the power of the 3 moons to grant you strength. Oh my. Yeah, I'm on team you, sir. This power's great. Can I keep it? I'd really like to keep it, sir. It's lovely. I mean, it's not all that pretty. It's very geometric and sci-fi. But it's nice to one-shot things. I mean, I vibe with that. Oh no, why'd you give me a moonfly? This is not going to go well.
How does it feel
Never
to
mind.
be among those with absolute
Take that back.
power?
It was great. Can I keep it?
You cannot conceive
I'm your best
the
student,
extent
right?
to which your flesh hinders your mind and spirit.
I mean, I can get the general gist. And I take your point. I disagree with you slightly. Oh my god, now we're flying?
Only by discarding our useless, primitive eyes can we perceive a new world. How narrow-minded we all were in the past. Why should the final answer of the world not be the power that predates those of life, death, time, and space? The power of the Trilune. Through it, I have glimpsed new experimental possibilities. Nature suppressed, authority exiled, souls controlled. You know, I heard recently that a group of critics reviewed countless stories and drew an interesting conclusion. They found that it is more often than not the villains who strive tirelessly to push the boundaries of progress.
You know, I never thought about it like that. But you're right. It really is. And then they get cut down by the heroes for trying to do so. To be fair, their boundary pushing is usually, you know, bogged down by death and torture and immoral things in the eyes of the heroes. But you're not wrong. Again, there's the whole morality thing. I guess you would need to strip away morality to be able to be a villain. But can I return to your previous point? I was going to say something, but we were floating through the air and your dialogue just kept going and I didn't really have time to interject. I see where you're coming from. I agree. Who is like the heavenly principles or whomever or whatever? Who are they to dictate the limitations that we have? I completely agree. However, I differ from you on one perspective. I don't really like the concept of immortality because it's our own mortality that gives our life meaning. Our time upon this earth is only limited, so we have to make the most of the time we have. Our choices matter because they're time limited. It's what gives us purpose, and it's why we don't just lay about doing nothing. We must, even whether we're aware of it or not, we're constantly trying to make something of ourselves, to have meaning, because our time here is so short, relatively speaking. So I understand your point. I agree with where you're going. Completely all for pushing the boundaries and going, no, you foul deities, you will not confine me to my box. All for it. I mean, we're going to ignore the people you killed and tortured along the way. We'll ignore that. I just don't know that immortality is the way that we should be going about it. We need that. We need that to have purpose. But anyway, back to villains. I agree with you.
In fact, long before this, someone voiced a similar idea in an academia editorial. I felt a great affinity with this perspective. I have never been afraid to step up and play the role of the villain.
That's because you never had morality the same way that everybody else does. And that's not a criticism per se. Speaking back of him back when he was like, you know, a Sumerian in the academia doing his studies and stuff, like, I'm not judging you for your actions back then, but you've never had morals the same way as the people around you. So I completely understand why you've always been happy to play the role of the villain. You've had nothing holding you back.
Fanatics are trampled down for their transgressions, and those who transcend are rebuked for their audacity. And so, the majority of creatures are too timid to follow my lead.
And I don't think that they should be rebuked for their audacity. Why can't people be ambitious and dream for more? I think you should just be rebuked for the morality of things. How you choose to pursue your ambitions and your audacity. That's where I draw the line. I don't care that you want to be ambitious. Bro, go for it. Just don't hurt people along the way. Is really where my stance is.
But all sacrifices made during my experiments have been worthwhile, as you can now
debatable.
see. I can offer you something new, something unique, precisely because I am a villain.
Yes. Agreed. Yes, no. You have the ability to do so because you took the power, because there was nothing holding you back. Yes.
Think about it. We are eternally bound through mutual interest.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Can you truly say you would never turn to malice if it could give you the life you dream of?
But is it worth it if I didn't earn it? If I could just snap my fingers and, suddenly I'm with my brother once more and we're back wherever the fuck we're gonna live and we just tra-la-la through space once again. Like, didn't earn it. I don't know that it would feel the same.
After all, what value do perfection and purity really have?
Hey.
They are fragile and feeble
Hey.
things. Utterly tedious.
Some of us have perfectionist tendencies, sir. It's called OCD. What you gonna do about it?
I say, better to be governed by a flawed humanity than a gnosis. The true seeker of knowledge is the villain who undergoes countless tribulations in pursuit of their goal.
Yes. I agree. Just not you. I would prefer to be governed by a flawed humanity than a gnosis, provided the flawed humanity have a set of morals that we all agree on. There you go. That's my little asterisk.
I'm sure many people have told you that you're different.
Actually, not enough people bring it up for my liking. They all pretend like I'm normal when I've never been normal.
Because I'm a descender?
Exactly. Very clever.
But what has that got to do with you?
Yeah, that's what I would like to know. He needs you for some degree.
I do not conceal my wicked deeds, my selfish desires, or my
And
greed.
more power to you for that.
A true researcher must act as I do if they are to understand and speak of the truth. And yet, a knowledge seeker like myself will inevitably grow tired of studying Tevat beyond a point.
You want to study beyond Tevat.
You have traveled to all corners of the world and met many people. Along the way, there have been moments when you were misunderstood or even became a wanted criminal. And all the while, you have spent your days doing some of the most mundane jobs in the world.
I'm not sure what point you're trying to make, but I suppose the difference between you and me in this capacity is that I didn't have the power to not be in those positions. Despite being a descender, I was powerless to do anything about it.
You fight and toil.
Or is that the point he's trying to make?
Claim minuscule rewards from my friend Pantalone, then you fight some more, winning some battles and losing others as your search goes on. And this cycle continues, with no end in sight. Surely you must sometimes grow weary of being stuck in this same loop day after day.
Yeah, okay, he is making the point that I'm powerless.
We're completely different. I embrace everything that life throws at me. I am engaged in every step of my journey.
A fine rebuttal?
How does that make us different? I too embrace what life brings, researching everything that interests me.
I think there's an emotional disparity between the two, but okay.
Think of all the novel things I've managed to create, like the artificial moon marrow. Don't you see? As unique a specimen as she was, even Columbina is not irreplaceable.
I think going into an argument about humanity and people as individuals is probably gonna go over his head, so I won't bother.
Take that back. She's gone because of your actions.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I didn't say that to anger you, though admittedly I don't see what there is to be angry about. Anything Columbina could do for you, I can do better.
But you can't provide me with companionship, sir. With friendship.
I know what your ultimate goal is. You wish to walk the path your brother walked and seek answers from him at the end of that journey, don't you?
Someone like you could never understand what it feels like to care about another person the way I care about him.
It says her, but sure.
Perhaps not. But that doesn't mean I can't help. I could find your brother right now, bring him before you, and make him give you the answers you seek.
Don't be so presumptuous. You'll never begin to understand the situation between us.
Oh, no. This is no presumption. I'm only offering what I know is possible with the power of the Trilune. But it seems like you would sooner continue with your journey through this world. Why?
Because unfortunately the journey is important to the destination. I need to understand Tevat to understand what my brother is doing. As much as that pisses me off, that's the game. Alright, sir?
Do you truly desire this journey? Or is it simply a necessary process from which you cannot escape?
The latter.
Think of all the time and energy you have spent, everything you've had to endure just to make it this far.
But I grew as a
Is this
person.
really what you want? Or has your hand been forced by the promise of that final answer?
I grew as a person. I gained new powers along the way. I met new people, though we won't care about that. I got to experience stories, for lack of a better word, different plot points, different adventures. That's fulfilling in and of itself.
Yes, you have made many friends. But do they ever spare a thought for the void in your heart and what it yearns for?
No, but nor should they. It's not relevant to them. They may be aware of it and they may empathize with it, but they don't need to think about my problems constantly. They've got their own bloody lives to worry about.
What you want is not friends. It is family. But do they know this?
My friends or my family.
I, on the other hand, am far more considerate. Join my experiment, and in return, I will bring your meaningless journey and all its struggles to an end.
This is a malicious attempt to manipulate me. But at the same time, he's stating some very human truths.
That's the beauty of him. He doesn't need to lie. He uses the truth to manipulate. It's brilliant. Best kind of villain. I love them.
Of course, he's right about my predicament. How can I deny it? I have faced ungrateful strangers, never-ending troubles, an endless quest for answers.
But the friends along the way, Traveler. Isn't that the point we're supposed to remember?
I want to see him.
Ugh. Quite frankly, after all this time
everything
apart from
I've
your
been
brother,
through,
get over it.
Words can't describe how much I miss him. How much I want to be reunited with him.
Look, blood is thicker than water at this point. Your friends are way more important than your brother. Move on. You've been separated for too long. Those emotional ties are severed. It's been 5 years. Emotionally. Move on.
Wherever you are right now, do you miss me too?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think he does. I really don't think he does. He's got his own shit to deal with. Well, that's pretty sad.